Oh, so we have Daniel here today. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's not morning. It just feels like it. It's always like that at 1 o'clock. Welcome to day 3 of the MiRo Maze. Yeah. Oh, let me just put a. Okay. No, that's frozen. Um. Right. So I've lost all my social media. So I've not put them all up yet. So I'm going to wind up destroying my computer with making it work too hard. So good afternoon, everybody. We're ready. We're getting the first contestant ready, probably as you can see, or maybe you can't see right now. I'm not sure what. Like I said, I've not loaded the social media feed yet. Let me do that. Well, so just to remind people while I'm here that this is the UK RAS Festival of Robotics, day 3 of the MiRo Maze, where we're going to have people driving a MiRo robot through our maze and record some of the best times. We got some oh, there's the maze, fantastic. We got some truly fantastic times yesterday. It got intense with the rivalry between some people as well. So, looking good. Where's my? If I find my channel, I shall find my channel anyway. And we're broadcasting on Cyberselves Twitch, which is Twitch TV slash Cyberselves. We're broadcasting on Cyberselves YouTube channel and on our Facebook page, and we're also broadcasting simultaneously on UK RAS YouTube and UK RAS YouTube channel. I said that already. Twitch, UK RAS YouTube and UK RAS. I forget what I said first now. I've had enough coffee this morning. Not even near enough. I have to get another one as soon as possible. Anyway, broadcasting on UK Robotics as well. So we lining up our first contestant for the day. They should be just a few minutes off from actual robots. Can we get a view of the maze again? Just have a look and maybe have a peek at the leaderboard. That's it. There's the maze. You notice we're putting new additions to the maze all the time. Oh, we have the digital leaderboard today. So we have. You'll notice that we have some different categories in there. So not everybody's competing with everybody else. We've got some. Is it? Well, technically, we have 4 categories that count. So we've got primary, secondary. We're still waiting for our first primary and secondary contestants. University, adults, and then we have under the next one. It's Michael, which I don't know why we're calling it Michael. It's supposed to be just Michael's that category. And there seems to be all sorts of people with other names on there. And I don't believe for a second that anybody got 36 seconds. Sam, explain yourself. Oh, but you did beat Daniel. But you did beat Daniel, so all is forgiven, and I don't mind so much. Chrissy beat me, which will not be allowed to stand. I like how he's called Other Michael is not beating me, which is that's fine. And Tony's languishing down there, which serves him right, really. Yep. And if you spell organizers with a S instead of a Z there, I'll even let that go. There you go. Sorry, PhD in English literature here. I need to make sure these things we observe the proper thank you, the proper protocols. I'm actually watching it probably a little bit late because I'm watching it on the Twitter feed instead of I can't see the full width on the Google Meet chat I'm in right now. So, all right, and there's our overhead view of the maze. It's pretty simple. Tony and I started giving them all names, looking up our Google reference. We Googled the references for what do you call it? F1 and all the terms from F1. So we've got a chicane. I think that's all we've really learned. We got a dog leg and a couple of U bends. I don't think they're called U bends in proper racing, so we'll just have to get by. And there's nothing on the chat yet. You can just to remind anybody that's watching, you can message us anytime you like on the Twitch or on the YouTube on all 4 channels we're broadcasting on. And if you want, you can tweet at us. Tweet at, that sounds about right, at Cyberselves or at UK Robotics or at me, at Michael Selassie. And actually, though, my name, according to the online thing, looks like it's Connor right now. Oh, no, it does come up. It's funny because on my screen it comes up. My name is Connor, which it clearly isn't. But you can see my spelling of my name is there anyway. So it's at Michael Selassie, all one word, run it all together. Am I still? How are you guys? And am I on my own now? I am. Not quite. Gonna move on, Tone. Like I said, I clearly need more coffee. But also, before I open up all the channels and start monitoring social medias and stuff, I have to finish the video from yesterday. So this is interesting. So the first day on Monday, we interviewed the really really brilliant David Gunkel from Northern Illinois University. Talked to him. Tony and I talked to him about uh, robot rights and ethics, and a really enjoyable chat. Uh, and Monday also we talked to Claire Asher from UK Robotics, who's organizing all this and all the other events, putting it all together, all the week's activities. And we put these on Cyberselves YouTube channel. So you can see those interviews back. They're about 20 minutes each if you want to take a peek. And then we've also, yesterday, we spoke to Joanna Bryson. Always a fantastic chance to talk to Joanna because, you know, she's got some mind that goes in so many directions, and we have agree on so many things, and what we disagree on is even more fun. So we had a really interesting chat with her yesterday, and I'm just finishing that video off now, so you'll be able to watch that live on, or not live, sorry, but the video, the playback on our YouTube channel on there as well. That was It's always fun. And yesterday, of course, the robots. First day, the robots didn't work too well, so we didn't run many contestants. But yesterday it was working. We started getting the leaderboard up, so we started having fun with that. And we're going to start getting some more times up there, so we start driving those numbers down. It'd be nice if somebody beat all the organizers, though we do have longer to sit here and just watch. So, another contestant popped in. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi, nice to see you. We're in the live stream room right now. I think we've switched today, and I'm not sure this is going to be the best way, guys. We should get the contestants before they go in. We should make it like a green room for the contestants before they go in. But if you wait one sec, we'll sort somebody out to going to get you set up that you need to do, and then we'll get you using the robot soon. Oh, right. UK Ross is not live on YouTube right now. They need to sort. I'll send them a quick reminder. I'll just send them a quick message and remind them that they need to turn it on, which is basically all they need to do. This is fantastic. Twitch television is a man typing on computer. I did wear a special robotic shirt today, though. Anybody sees it. I feel like I owe you this. I owe our viewers this. So there you go. Somebody should figure out what that is. And message in, please, and let us know. We'll make it an ongoing thing. We can figure out the meaning of my shirt or where it comes from. Just something nice to look at while I'm doing typing, which happens not that often, but it will happen, of course, across the course of the day. Okay, there we go. So I don't know if we're starting, is our first contestant going to be at half one, or if we're... You get quite ridiculously excited watching the robot run around the maze, and you really start willing people to win, even if there's the odd chance it might beat your time, which looks like a fair few people have already smashed my times already. So, okay. All right. Excellent. Hello, Daniel. Welcome back. I'm going to switch rooms here. I'm going to switch rooms here now, I think. So I'm about... Oh, I went away to infinite regress. That was quite scary. There we go. That's a pretty actually neat feature, guys. Right, I'm going to leave this room. I shall join you. Hello, and I'm back. That was exciting. Uh, just a couple of minutes off. I switched rooms because we have one room for the contestants when they get ready, and then uh, here where it's the commentators. I'm just waiting for my lovely assistant Tony Prescott to join me. I hope he heard that. I hope he's listening right now. He's sitting there looking at the screen, very angry. That might motivate him to get a move on. Anyway, so we should be like I said, we got the maze. We need more than just me on, just to distract them. I mean, I'm sure that though there's thousands of people that are watching right now want to see me sit here talking. I'm sure they'd rather see a robot and a maze and what we're going to do, and it gives me something to talk about. There we go. That's infinitely more interesting. So what we've got here is the maze is news. We've got more pictures today around as well, which is kind of nice. And there's the robot MiRo. When we have it on, you'll see a close-up cam as well, which is really interesting. And then we drive the MiRo. Oh wait! Oh, you turned him around. Thanks. That's MiRo. Lovely. And putting his up so we all get a look. He's a very cute robot, and you feel very bad for him. You start smashing him into walls, though it's still rather amusing. We've got the timer and the leaderboard. Have we done away with the old analog leaderboard? We've gone all digital on that, have we? I can imagine. That's too bad. There's something kind of really old school about the old one. Maybe we should do it like one of those kind of 1930s things. I imagine something like that in the future. But when we make our millions from this, we can redeploy them and reinvest them into making everything better. So I want a new maze as well because I think people are getting the hang of it. I want one with traps and ramps and stuff, but maybe that's for another time. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. A simple right turn, another right turn, a quick left, and you get the idea. And there's Tony. Welcome back.
Good afternoon, Michael.
How are you?
I'm good. How's self-isolation?
It's not really. I'm not sure it's called self-isolation anymore because somebody told me I had to do it.
Right.
But it was fun. I did another negative test today, so
Right. Hooray.
So, and I'm double jabbed as well. So.
I know. So.
I want to be there. I want to be in the action. I miss the action.
I know. Well, you are kind of in the action, sort of.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's one nice thing about this is what you and I miss, and we've talked about this often with the guys in Cyberselves that we do. We miss doing events, don't we?
Yeah.
We miss going to places and talking to people. And this was supposed to be kind of close to that, and the most fun we've had since. We've not been able to do it. And here we are, and I'm still at home, not talking to people.
I know.
It's always more fun when everybody's here. Gotta stop the noise from Daniel bleeding in here. He's got unless he's gonna sing, because he's got a lovely singing voice.
You gonna sing, Daniel?
I'll play.
He's not gonna sing.
I hid my guitar yesterday because it's not my prettiest guitar by any stretch. This is my Frankenstein guitar. I made this one myself.
All right.
In fact, all my own bits. But if you look at it too long, you start to realize that I did make it myself. I mean,
right.
Almost a kindergarten would do if, it does play, it plugs in and everything, but it's almost like, you throw the kindergartner to make a guitar. I would like, yeah, that's nice. It's not my best instrument anymore.
We haven't seen it, Dr. Freud yet. I mean, what's he about?
Which one?
Well, I don't know either of them.
We should leave that in the camera. So I did yesterday threaten for a while. I brought out Finger Puppet Freud,
All right, okay.
which is interesting. And then you can have Finger Puppet Freud along with Finger Puppet. This is entertainment, people. Finger Puppet Foucault. I should do my own little channel just with Freud and Foucault talking all the
Oh,
time.
you got Foucault as well.
And,
Well, they're not that different, though, are they? I mean,
he doesn't look much like. He's got square glasses. He's got round glasses. He's bald. He's not.
yeah, I mean, Foucault looks like an egg, his head.
Foucault definitely looks like an alien rather than that's not much like Michel Foucault. He's a very handsome man, I thought. Well, kind of, if you like crazy bald Frenchmen. But yeah, sometimes I'll have them, and sometimes they team up. And I got the couch.
He's got the polo neck. That's good.
So yeah. That's yeah. So Freud could have Foucault on the couch.
Yeah, you see, not really isolating. You've got Freud and Foucault.
And then we
company.
can have a bit of reverse, and we could have, because I could do that too. That would actually be a lot of fun for me. Is to imagine if Freud had Foucault on the couch, and then we can have Foucault as Freud on the couch, and we know in this case that it would quickly go wrong because talk to for a few minutes, just be like jump or something. I don't know.
Hold it up high. I can't see the couch.
Oh, right. You get to the couch.
Is that a proper couch?
Yeah, it's a proper couch. It came with Freud.
All right. Okay.
I'll plug. It used to be, what were they called? Oh, they used to sell all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
But this is available from Amazon.
No, I never got it from Amazon. I'll check. It was Unemployed Philosophers or something like that. And,
all right.
Yeah, and you know that Foucault, as much as he'd love to get somebody on the couch, what eventually he'd do is he'd just jump on the couch, and because he was a bit like that, which is X-rated. We're gonna get banned on.
Yeah, it's a family show. This is
exactly. It's gonna be X-rated puppet show.
Yeah.
And I've got this Freud as well.
All right. Okay.
Which there's not that many people watching.
Action Man Freud.
My daughter used to call the daddy.
Yeah, she's not going to have any issues.
And then I've got Bobblehead Freud.
Yeah, that's the one. I like that one best, I think.
This one was sat beside me. It's a little bit, I think I got mad at it one day because its head's a little bit. But this was the one that sat beside me on my desk. I was writing my PhD, and I literally would sit there and be like this.
Right.
I would say like, "Hey Siggy, I'm saying this. Is that right?" And he'd go, "Yes, okay, that's good." And what about this? Is that right? Is Lacan right when he says this? And Freud literally go, "No, Lacan's full of is full of it." So he'd say, "No."
Doesn't he have a Viennese accent?
Yeah, but you don't want me to do that because it's a family show. I'm trying not to be not racist doing an impersonation of a Viennese psychoanalyst, is it?
No, not at all. I don't know what he's meant to sound like, Sigmund Freud, but I guess he spoke English with a Viennese accent.
I used to teach psychoanalysis to people. Distance learning. We'd have everybody come around in a room, and I would do my kind of my spiel, which is, there you go. And I'd say, well, what would Freud say about this? And I'd say, well, Freud would say, and I'd put on the accent, and I'd do, he would say, it's very important for, I'd do this kind of stuff.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It was great. It was great. One year in the class, we had a man that was there. He was one of the most brilliant. I mean, he was on the course. So I say he's a student, but we learned as much from him. He was practicing psychoanalyst from Vienna, who happened to be Jewish, and I don't think he had cigars, but I mean everything else was there, and it was like I couldn't do the accent in front of him because it was like he was the accent. He embodied it. He sounded perfect. So if you wanted to know what Freud sounded like, I'll introduce you to Wolfgang because he would, he did it perfectly.
Right.
Genius, man. Genius.
So, what would Freud think about robot telepresence?
Oh, this is why I haven't done enough papers on this yet. I want to study this. I think this will be really interesting because I've done papers on psychoanalysis and robots, but not on telepresence.
Right, but did he have transference? Was one of his ideas, is it?
Yeah, a transference is, like, for me, one of the most important ideas of the 20th century.
Right.
But that's not what telepresence is. I don't think. Because transference is more about your past and stuff, rather than like transferring your consciousness.
Okay, but projection then is a kind of projection.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's an actual, it's like projection's a metaphor, right? This is good. We're like doing research on the hop.
Yeah.
We're actually writing a research paper right now as we talk. So I think Freud. Okay, so the Freud would say, if I said to him, Sigmund, we've got this technology where you can actually take your consciousness and put it in the body of a robot. He would say that this is very typical of the kind of fantasies whereby people like to imagine out-of-body experiences, which he did have stuff to write about, actually.
Right. Yeah, out of body, absolutely. People have talked about that.
Yeah, but transcending the limits of the body and being able to inhabit other bodies and stuff. He did write about that. So he'd probably just see it as a fantasy. When you explain to him he could actually do it, being Freud, he'd probably really get off on it.
Yeah. Do you know the book Magic and Mystery in Tibet?
No.
By what's her name? Alexandra David Neal. So she's a woman that visited Tibet, I think in the early 20th century. And she met lots of sort of Tibetan Buddhist monks. And she looked at what they were doing, and some of the things they were doing were quite astounding. And one of the things they tried to do through meditation was to have out-of-body experiences. So she talked about these guys that would sit on their own in a dark cave for sort of 10 years.
I would do it.
A bit like you, really, sort of, but you're only doing 10 days. But 10 years in a dark room with people passing you food through a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And meditating and concentrating on trying to go outside your body. And after 10 years, they would be able to project themselves into a far corner of the cave and look down on themselves from there.
Yeah, so, I bet you would if you had that kind of thing.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing, but we're doing it without that 10 years wait.
The strict rationalist in me, and this is where I get from Freud, would say they're not actually doing that. They just imagined it because they're having a fantasy, because they're deprived of sleep.
Well, but I mean, your point of view is, pretty arbitrary. You see the world from behind your eyes, not because that's where you are, but because that's how your brain is organized. It's a way of thinking about itself.
It's not really reorganizing the brain.
You're breaking out of the box of how you think about yourself, rather than thinking of yourself as inside your brain or inside your head. You're just thinking of yourself generally, and you can imagine yourself in different places. And there's no intrinsic reason. The self isn't a thing that has a location, except that you believe in it.
But yourself is where you. What's your quote from Merleau-Ponty? I wanted to put it on our website. I think I did. The self is where. My body is where work needs to be done.
Yeah, wherever something needs to be done.
Yeah. So it's phenomenologically speaking, and we're going big. It's not even half one, and then I on to phenomenology. The self is located where you experience the phenomenon, right?
I know, but if you're this Tibetan Buddhist in a cave, maybe there's something to be done outside the body, and maybe that's what you're doing. You're creating that idea.
Daniel's joining us.
Alejandro's joining us. No, who's joining us?
That's what I was here.
I noticed the
Something's
stream
happening.
very messy with lots of things on there, but I suppose we got to get a bigger U, because right now that's better. Oh no, I'm getting drunk from all the angles being switched quickly on the stream. So if the self is where you experience things, like, so I am in people's living rooms right now or on their laptops. I'm not receiving any sensations from there, so I think myself is well and firmly in this space. But if I was receiving sensations from a robot in another place, then I can say that part of myself, at least, is located in that space as well.
Yeah,
I don't want to poo-poo the Buddhist monks, because I like Buddhist monks as much as it next to me. But it sounds to me like they're just a bit.
Well, I mean, I think we can almost do better now that in terms of thinking what the self is, and also making it easy for people to see themselves from other perspectives.
You write very well on the self as well.
Well, I'm not knocking meditation, but but if part of the goal of meditation is to realize that where you see yourself as being is somewhat arbitrary, and we can break out of that box through virtual reality and telepresence. We can, and that's why I think that the experience of telepresence could change people, and it could be useful for things like psychotherapy. Closing the circle, because what you're trying to do in psychotherapy, and I'm not a psychotherapist, so you can correct me.
I'm not a psychotherapist either. I just teach.
Is you're trying to help people out of the sort of rut they've got stuck in by jolting them and sort of pushing them sideways and letting them see themselves and their world from a different perspective.
So, that's a big part of a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, so you can do that maybe through using technologies such as virtual reality and telepresence, change the way people see themselves, and potentially that could have a liberating effect.
Oh, I completely agree with that, absolutely. And if you can do it so that they experience phenomena, they experience in a different place, a different body, I think that's potentially massive as well. One thing that's interesting on that, and I always think about, is I'm thinking a lot about William Gibson right now, and his new series of novels, which is about not about telepresence, but telepresence features largely. And one thing they always do that we can't right now is when you go and you teleport or telepresence into another, your avatar. Sometimes they use cheap biological creatures. Sometimes they use better robots. They use a suppression technique so that your original body is completely suppressed in terms of sensation and feeling, which we can't do yet, which would be interesting. Well, I suppose we could, but we couldn't then keep the person awake to experience something else, which is a fascinating possibility. Then you actually become existing somewhere else. But what we do is actually somewhat better, and that you exist in both places simultaneously.
Yeah, well, you just, I mean, the idea that of what you are is changed by the experience of telepresence. So you are, you are the locus of an experience, but that locus just shifts around depending on where your sensations are coming from. Exactly. And if you've got sensations from two different places, then you can be in two places at once, which is really quite interesting and novel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I was describing yesterday, I think, was it you and I talking, or was it Daniel and I talking about how we used to do the rubber hand illusion with telepresence robots?
Yeah.
So we'd have a person with a headset on controlling the robot sat in a chair, and we'd have a pepper robot over there, and we'd have two of their friends. We'd have one friend sitting there stroking their hand, the back of their hand, so they could feel it, the sensation of having their hand stroked, and a person over there stroking the back of the robot's hand so they could see them having their hand stroked. And then they would be like, this is too weird. It's like that white hand of pepper, that plastic white thing I see here actually feels like my hand because it's being stroked, which is, I mean, when you can do that, that's mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah. But the thing is, are you ever really in two places at once, or are you just switching your attention between your body and the robot body?
I will leave that for the cognitive.
But from your own experience, what do you think?
What do I think? I think you can be in two places at once. Well, yeah, because if I'm, let's say we get more advanced robotics, and we're already working on that, and I'm in a chair here in this room with the headset on, and I can feel things in this room, right? So if I pick something up, I will feel it. But simultaneously, if I'm in a robot body and I feel that as well, then I will be receiving touch sensations from two different places.
Yeah, but
I've never done that because I'm wearing the full body haptic suit. I'm receiving some sensations from being in the body suit, like a bit sticky, frankly, and a bit tight. Very tight suit, Tony. And I'm hearing stuff in my immediate vicinity, and I'm feeling things like my butt on a chair. But I'm also getting sensations registering across my body and my hearing and my sight from being in the robot's remote location, being fed to the same body, because that becomes a perceiving organ. So I'm receiving sensory data from both spots.
Yeah. So I've not tried the suit yet.
We've got a,
Oh well, that's an experience.
we've got someone.
Oh, we've got a competitor. We're
Let's
going to
go.
go live to the robot
Well,
arena.
I'm gonna drop out and finish this video before my computer crashes. So
Okay.
I'll see you in a few minutes. I'll come back to this room, shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the commentary for a bit, Tony. Get on your best.
I don't know. Maybe you should put Daniel on the stream. Or
Did you watch?
Right.
Did you
okay,
watch
well, good.
football last night?
Did I watch the football?
Yeah.
I watched the second half, which apparently was the boring half.
I watched a few minutes of the boring half as well. But you can get right into the football commentary. You know, you've got it now. So you got the headset on. You got the.
Yeah.
You got to get the big sheepskin coat. That's what Ronnie had, wasn't it? And you just sit there and say, you know, like, MiRo goes around the corner.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we're still working on our terminology so that we can.
I mentioned
really
it before you
describe
joined. That, you know, I thought, oh, we've been working on technology. And I think all we came up with really was chicane.
Chicane and dogleg. We need a few more terms.
So the chicane is the first. So it comes out and it turns right. That's like out of the pits, right? So we call it out of the pits, turn right, and then it goes through the first chicane, and then it does a U-bend. Is it words for a U-turn?
Well, there's the sort of Terminator Alley,
Terminator Alley.
or it's and then there's the dogleg. So you see, I put a kind of crossbones in as well. I don't know if you noticed that.
A chicane. Series of corners on a circuit normally taken at low speed that feature at least 2 changes in direction. So that's definitely a chicane because you've got to go left and right.
Yeah, the UK RAS chicane is
We're calling it the UK RAS chicane, the first chicane UK RAS chicane.
yeah.
Right.
And then you turn into Terminator turn.
Oh, these are all like turn. I want like course.
And then Wally Way.
Wally Way.
And then you're in the dogleg.
Sounds good. No, I still got way too many things in here that are. I know we're all happy that GDPR means everybody has to ask for the right to put cookies on our every web page we visit, but do you ever get like bored of clicking yes already? I accept the bloody cookies already. Come on.
Yeah. No.
I was thinking maybe there's here's a business idea if anybody's got it, is a universal code that you can just once accept all cookies and all websites pay up for it.
Kind of defeats the object, is that you ought to be able to decide for each one. But yeah, most people don't care. I think you're right.
That's another conversation we can have. Notion of privacy.